What if you were the living embodiment of all pervasive peace? What if all sentient beings all around you increased their vibration towards harmony by merely being in your contact? What if through conscious reasoning, focused will, and intentional living, you reform yourself, thereby becoming a catalyst and sparking transformation in others? I'm Shilpa Lewis, meditation and mindfulness coach for midlife mompreneurs, and you are listening to Omnipresent Awareness, the podcast that will inspire you to use your story to serve humanity in not just healing, but thriving as souls, each fulfilling their highest purpose. Welcome to Omnipresent Awareness with Shilpa. This is your host, Shilpa Lewis, owner and founder of Omni Mindfulness Coaching. Before we get started, if you haven't already booked a free discovery session with me, click on the link in the description. I'm a holistic transformational life coach, specializing in helping midlife mompreneurs bring balance, clarity, and life alignment, both personally and professionally, so that you may live your best life. There is tremendous healing value in simply being able to know someone is holding authentic space for you to listen and be accessible as an accountability partner and mentor. If you feel overwhelmed, or if you feel the need for some support navigating life as a mother or as an entrepreneur, I would love to provide you with my coaching. If any anecdotes from the stories of the guests from this episode or any of the podcast episodes resonate with you, or if you find any value at all from the content from these episodes, then consider booking a free discovery call with me. Together, we can manifest my vision to be instrumental in the biggest rise in consciousness and awareness and human transformation. And now, here is today's episode. And now, a conversation recorded with my partner in awareness, Tanya, from our joint podcast, Mindful Mompreneur Moments. And oh yeah, if you could, please listen to the very end of the podcast for powerful insights from our guest. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Next up, a special episode we had with Nikki Dean for this month's theme of tuning in and healing. Nikki is a wellness expert and self-care specialist who is passionate about helping others change thoughts and habits that keep them stuck in order for them to live in the graceful flow of life. And today we are getting a special treat. This is a slightly longer episode because Nikki will be guiding us through a beautiful meditation. She has been teaching yoga, meditation, and mindfulness internationally since 2003, with students ranging from cancer patients to professional athletes. She's also a certified Yoga Nidra teacher, a master mindset coach, and a motivational speaker, including a cancer exercise specialist, and she holds a degree from Cornell University in communication. Originally from New York, Nikki traveled the world, living in San Francisco, Israel, Spain, and New Zealand. But she found that Lake Tahoe, California, is her true home. So find yourself a comfortable, quiet space in which you can be in stillness and calm, and treat yourself to a beautiful meditation. And now, here's Nikki.
So, Nikki, also for Yoga Nidra, do you usually have to have headphones on? Is that better?
Well, you see, I have my headset in, but I find that the sound quality on my phone is better with a headset. And I find for most people, it is a better quality when you have a headset on. So it can be better, but I am a big proponent of releasing all hard, fast rules. and whatever works for you works.
Perfect. Perfect. We're going to let you guide us then.
Okay, well, welcome everyone to this Yoga Nidra awareness meditation. And my name is Nikki Dean, and I'm a yoga teacher, a meditation teacher, an essential oil educator, a motivational speaker, and a coach. And I'm so happy to be here with you for this meditation. Let's get right into it. So for Yoga Nidra meditation, it's recommended that you lie down. If lying down isn't possible for you right now, you can absolutely sit comfortably in a chair, find a place where you can feel supported, where you can also relax. And just take a moment to get some wriggles out. Wriggle your shoulders, stretch your legs, circle your wrists, point and flex your feet, let your head turn, and then find your way over your next couple of moments, find your way back to center. And as you center yourself, just see if you can elongate your spine, even if you're lying down. Relax your shoulders and take your gaze off the tip of your nose, or even better, close your eyes. And just take a slow breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more like that. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now let yourself settle into your breathing, feeling the breath moving in and out through the nose. Listening to my voice and allowing my voice to guide you on a journey of awareness into yourself, into space, into feeling, and into letting go. So just make sure that you are completely comfortable and make a soft commitment in your mind to remain still and to remain awake throughout the practice. There's nothing you need to do to consciously relax your body, your mind, or your heart. Just listen to my voice and allow my voice to guide you on a journey through your body, through awareness, through time and space. We begin this practice with a sankalpa. A sankalpa is a heartfelt intention that you set. So ask yourself in this moment, what is it that my heart most desires? Maybe an answer comes to you straight away, or maybe the opposite comes to you straight away, or maybe nothing comes, and that's okay. If an answer came to you, set it clearly as an affirmation, a present tense I am statement. If not, you may choose one of these as your sankalpa today. I am open and ready to receive. I allow myself to release what I no longer need. I am healing. I am healed. I am loving. I am loved. I am the creator of my own beautiful life. Finding one that resonates with you, allow it to roll over in your mind a few times with breath, breathing it in, feeling it move through every cell in your body. Breathing out, letting your body release any resistance, any fear, any worry. Breathing this intention into every cell in your body. Breathing out, releasing any obstacles, anything in your way. One more time, breathing it in to every cell in your body. Breathing out anything that's in your way. Now bring your awareness to the crown of your head, the very top of your head. And notice the sensation of your scalp. Go beneath your scalp into your mind. See if you can feel the sensation of your mind, your brain resting in your skull. Noticing your ears. Noticing your ears, hearing my voice. Noticing the right ear and the left ear. Both ears together. Noticing the right eye and the left eye and both eyes together. Just feeling the eyes soften back into the sockets. Noticing the tip of the nose and the sensation of breath moving in cool, moving out warm. Bringing your awareness to the inside of the mouth. Notice the space inside the mouth. Notice the tongue and let it rest heavily on the bottom of the mouth. Noticing the roof of the mouth, the lower lip, the upper lip, the chin, all of the muscles in the jaw. Bringing your awareness to the center of the throat. In the center of the chest. The right shoulder. The right elbow. The right wrist. The palm of the right hand. The back of the right hand. The tip of the right thumb. The tip of the pointer finger. The tip of the middle finger. The tip of the ring finger. The tip of the pinky finger. And all the fingers together. And all of the space inside of the hand. The right wrist. The right elbow. The right shoulder. The center of the chest. The left shoulder. The left elbow. The left wrist. The palm of the left hand. The back of the left hand. The tip of the left thumb. The tip of the pointer finger. The tip of the middle finger. The tip of the ring finger. The tip of the pinky finger. All the fingers together. All of the space inside of the left hand. The left wrist. The left elbow. The left shoulder. The center of the chest. The right side waist. the right hip, the right knee, the right ankle, the sole of the right foot, the top of the right foot, the tip of the right big toe, the tip of the second toe, the tip of the third toe, the tip of the fourth toe, the tip of the baby toe. All of the space inside of the left or the right foot, the right ankle, the right knee, the right hip, the center of the chest, the left side waist, the left hip, the left knee, the left ankle, the sole of the left foot, the top of the left foot, the tip of the left big toe, the tip of the second toe, the tip of the third toe, the tip of the fourth toe, the tip of the baby toe. All of the space inside of the left foot, the left ankle, the left knee, the left hip, the center of the chest, the solar plexus, the place where the ribs split, the space behind the belly button, the pubic bone, the tailbone, the sacrum, the spine as it lengthens all the way up the back. Awareness of the spine from the tailbone all the way up the back to the neck. Feeling the spine and imagining the spine as a cord of healing light. As you breathe in, you feel the light glow and expand. As you breathe out, you feel strength come into the body. As you breathe in, light spreads through the spine out into every cell in the body. As you breathe out, strength is infused into the body, into every cell and back into the spine. Feeling this light now moving into every single cell in the body. Visualizing the trillions and trillions of cells that make up this body. Each one has its own guiding light. Each one seeking balance. Each one knowing the path to get there. As you breathe, feel yourself collaborate, communicate, and co-create with each and every cell in this body. Feel the light glow and expand. And bring yourself back to that affirmation, the sankalpa that you set at the start of this practice, your affirmation. And see each and every one of the cells in this body playing along with you to create and manifest this into today's reality. See the expression on your face. Notice as many details as you can. Who is with you? Where are you? Are you inside? Are you outside? What is the temperature of the air? Is it night? Is it day? What are you wearing? Most importantly, what is the expression on your face? And begin to breathe right into the very center of your chest. As you breathe in, feel that space expand outward. As you breathe out, feel it soften. As you breathe in, imagine that you're filling your heart space with so much light that it's overflowing. As you breathe out, imagine that light radiating out of you in every direction. Again, breathing in, filling with light to overflowing. Breathing out, radiating that light. One more time, breathing in, expanding with light. Breathing out, radiating with light. Start to feel the sensation of the air touching your skin and the surface beneath you, supporting you and holding you. Start to very softly move your fingers and slide your thumb lightly across each fingertip on that hand, noticing the sensation of touch and noticing the sensation of being touched. Noticing how perspective shifts your experience, what you focus on. Let your hands turn in circles, opening up the wrists. And let your head gently turn side to side. As you bring your head back together, rub your palms together. And then place them over your heart center, center of your chest. A little different than the physical heart. And take a big breath in, breathing that warmth right into your own being. Breathing out, you can let your chin bow to your chest, your heart bow, your head bow to your heart. And take a moment of gratitude for everything that works in your body, for everything that works in your life, and for everything that works in the world. My gratitude to you. Namaste. And take your time as you're ready to open your eyes and come back into the world, bringing this sense of peace and relaxation with you.
Thank you, Nikki. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I did go a little longer than 12 minutes. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
No, when you're really into it and you're feeling the connection, I think when it's group meditation too, we can kind of feel each other's energy, and it's very nice. Thank
It
you.
was exceptional. I actually was in tears. So
Wow. May I ask, would you mind sharing, what brought the tears, or what those tears, what they mean to you?
um, yeah, when you said bring your hands to your heart, when you were talking about light, I literally felt my body vibrate with light. Even though my eyes were closed, I could see light. And I felt light on the inside kind of expanding. And then when I put my hand on my heart, it reminded me of my mom. And so I felt love.
She was
Thank you
there.
for sharing that.
Yeah, she was with us.
Yes. And thank you for sharing. I always like to ask that. And I love that you brought in your mom, Shilpa, because my mom, we have different paths. We love each other, but we've taken different paths, I'd say, in life. And she's not really so much into the yoga and meditation world. And she shared with me the first time that she meditated years and years ago. I was young. I didn't have any of the tools I can share with her now. And she went to a meditation class, and she said she came home and she cried for 3 days. And as she told me, as the state that I am now as an adult, and with all of the studying that I've done, I thought, wow, she had such a profound experience, but she wasn't told that that's part of the experience, that sometimes it's an unearthing and a bringing something to the surface that was buried, that can be uncomfortable, but if it's coming out. And so I always like to check in with people after a meditation, if I can, of what came up, and knowing that whatever comes up, it comes up to be healed.
It's interesting. I set an intention in the morning, and yesterday was such a rushed day. I didn't set my intention, and I set the course for the day. Today, my intention was to be still and yet be calm when I'm moving. But the stillness was at the forefront, because when I meditate, my goal is to continue working through the resistance to go into the stillness, because where the stillness is, the silence is where the I feel like the peace is. And so each time I push a little bit further towards that, I always feel a deep sense of calm. And today I really enjoy this because I felt the stillness. I felt the light.
Yeah, it was amazing. I just love these kinds of sessions. And when it's somebody who truly believes in what they're doing, and it's healing, right? We all have the ability to heal ourselves. And when we're guided through it, I find that it's just a powerful notion to just even think that, placing your hands over your heart can have a healing effect for your whole body, and visualizing the light. Not everybody sees the light. In this instance, I definitely did. And I really saw all of the cells within my body become light at one point when you were saying, so I was seeing all these lights kind of light up and then shine out of my body. So everybody's experience is so different, and it's just so nice to be able to chit chat about it afterwards. Because I don't know, it's just, I love doing it in group. There's something about being in presence with somebody else, with other people, that makes it much different than being alone. I think both are very profound. Thank you again.
Nikki, thank you so much. I'm sincerely grateful. You have a gift, and I'm so grateful that we have crossed paths.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you. You made me feel so good. And, you're tapping into so many things. I spend my day thinking about these kinds of things. And I love that modern day science, with their multi-million-dollar machinery, is proving the same thing that these skinny little men sitting in caves came up with thousands and thousands of years ago. It's proving it to be true. And, one of the things that we can all agree on, I think, is that everything is energy. And, as Shilpa was saying about setting her intention sets your energy field. And this, right? We all know this, because you walk into a room with someone and you might instantly go, oh, their energy is too much for me today. I can't be near that person. Not even a word has been exchanged, right? This is all energy. And so when we are clear with our energy and set our intention, even if, like you were saying, Tanya, sometimes you don't see a visualization when someone's guiding it to you. You might not see the light and it might look totally different to you, but just having the intention to see the light or to feel the light or to be ready to feel the light can be enough to open a doorway and create a shift. And then suddenly, that it changes and affects everything that you do throughout the day, because our brains are always in problem solving mode, right? And this is why we meditate. We meditate for, we say on average, you should meditate for 15 to 20 minutes a day as a general practice. But I mentioned to you before, I'm not a fan of hard, fast rules. The act of showing up is more important than the duration, than the method or any of that. And don't let anyone ever tell you there's only one right way. If they tell you there's only one right way, then it's the opposite direction of them, right? Because everyone has a different way of interpreting and perceiving. And so just doing this, I'll give you an example about light that's a little bit different. When I've had some challenging people or challenging times, I just do this practice where I walk around and just thinking about love. The love in you is all I see. The light in you is all I see, and looking for that. And that changes the way that people respond to you, and it changes the way that your day plays out.
Yeah, that's just such a beautiful way of seeing it and even expressing it, because everybody has that light. I believe that everybody has that light, no matter how ugly you may see the person's, actions are. Within that, there is a light that is just pure love, right? And if we're able to look past the ugly words or the ugly actions, it's beneficial for ourselves, for our own energy, and for sure the other person feels it as well, and can calm their spirit just by you being calm and understanding that this is not you. This is you know what I mean.
Exactly. I always tell my kids, you can't punch water, right? Like go ahead and try, punch the water, right? It just moves around you. And so you just have to be the water, right? Just go with it. And I started to say about the 15, 20 minutes, we say we do that long because for most of us, you have to sit that long to get maybe 1 minute of quiet and the stillness that Shilpa was mentioning, right? To get your mind to be quiet, because we're thinking creatures and our brains are always in problem solving mode. And what if I do this? And I always do this with the brain, like it's a puzzle. It's trying to figure things out. So whatever problem or puzzle you give it, it's going to solve. Is the puzzle today, how can I see the light in everyone? How can I be calm even when people are driving me crazy, right? Or is the problem, everyone's driving me crazy, right? You're going to have a really different day depending on that. And it's in those moments, those little moments of quiet. I say just even taking a few breaths. I do a lot with my hands, like it's a remote control. Your breath is the pause button on your day, right? Just pausing and taking a few breaths. And in those moments of quiet, it's when you hear the truth of your own inner being coming through and guiding you, because there is no one anything that's right for everyone. There's no one cure for cancer, but there's lots of different things that work for people. There's no one style of meditation, but there's lots of different things that work for different people. There's no one style of exercise, but there's something out there that everybody can find that they like. So much of, I call the game of life, is figuring out what you like. And the way that you figure out the best sometimes is by experiencing the stuff you don't like.
Exactly.
And then you're able to make those choices. But usually we get so stuck in that reason why we've discovered we don't like something. It's hard to move forward. So that's where meditation gives you that pause button to quiet your mind, to let that other voice come through. And that's the beauty of guided meditation like Yoga Nidra, because Yoga Nidra is a very special meditation, and it really is, it translates to yogic sleep. And it is one that we do usually recommend people lie down for, whereas most meditations are sitting up. But again, that's how your body is positioned is really irrelevant. Whatever allows you to pay attention to your own body and what you're feeling is is the right way for you. And you go on this journey, and what the journey does, that moving through the body in that way, is it's giving your brain something to think about so that you can get to that state of deep relaxation. And then once you're in that state of deep relaxation, that's when we come into the visualization and we bring back that sankalpa, that intention. And I like to take that to the next level.
It's powerful, absolutely powerful. Nikki, I'm so grateful for this meditation. I there are no words to truly express it, but I felt it.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the journey, your journey that you took in order to get to this space where you are now, where you're able to guide people through these amazing meditations.
That's such a great question, Tanya. I kind of half joke, like I'm just a walking crazy person and I have to do these things to keep myself on the level playing field with the world. So I just started sharing them. But my journey, it was not a straight journey. If you had told me back when I was a kid, you're going to grow up and be a yoga and meditation teacher, a wellness coach, I would have laughed in your face. I was going to be a businesswoman and I was going to live in New York City, and that's what I was going to do. And I did. I went to university, and after university, I was working in New York City in television. I had a dream job. I loved it, but it was a lot of stress. And I felt like I was always needing to work and always needing to put in extra hours. And I went to the Sundance Film Festival with a girlfriend who was really into film. And first night there, I said, I always wanted to learn how to snowboard. And I met some locals and they said, hey, we'll teach you. And I went, my New Yorker self went, what? What do you mean you're going to teach me? And I said, I have nothing to lose. So I showed up at the mountain, and for 4 days I snowboarded, and I went, and I was terrible at it. And I fell all the time, and I was covered in snow and everything hurt. But I just had this feeling in my body of there is more to life than what I'm doing, and I need to make a change. And I went back to New York and I quit my job, and I randomly ended up living in Truckee, California, Lake Tahoe, California at the time, because I was visiting a friend and it was the closest ski town. And I came for one winter, no idea what was next in my life, but it was kind of like the great unveiling piece by piece. And I just fell in love with yoga. I went to a yoga class, and I had tried yoga before when I was living in New York, and I just could never get into it. But I knew in my mind it was something that I needed, because I was always a very anxious overthinker. Right? My brain was always working. And so I went to a yoga class here, and I just left that class feeling like I had just connected to every single muscle in my body. I wanted nothing to do with the spirituality. I did not understand the difference between spirituality and religion had been imposed on me, I had felt, and I didn't resonate with it. So I just didn't, I had my hand out, do not talk to me about your spirituality. And a couple of years in, I just had, one of those aha moments of, oh, I'm really spiritual on my yoga mat. This is so spiritual, watching the way my mind was unraveling by focusing on my body. So similar to Yoga Nidra, right? A yoga asana practice, you're giving your body, your mind, all these things to think about. Put this here, bend this there, move that there, breathe, right? All of this, and breathe too. All of that thing helps your mind get quiet. And anything that helps your mind get quiet helps you to feel it more at peace. And so it was just a progression from there. I just took, I've always been brave. I just took a leap of faith and decided to get my yoga teacher training. That was back in 2003. And it's just one of those cases where I can really look back over the last 18 years and think, I have really allowed myself to be in the flow. And as I did, my career path has unraveled for me, and it just naturally built. And I got to do mindfulness coaching and motivational speaking, working for our local hospital. And I worked as part of an alternative care team for the cancer center here. And that was a really impactful part of my work. And that's where I really fell in love with Yoga Nidra. And I started to do that weekly. And I offered weekly deep relaxation classes for cancer patients, survivors, and caregivers. And watching their response just propelled me forward. And I have to confess, so as all of my career has progressed into healing arts, I'll call it, or wellness professional, I have been in and out of my own meditation practice for, gosh, it was 15 years of off and on again practice. I would set a goal. I would say, okay, I'm going to meditate every day. I would maybe last 21 days and I would fizzle away. And I, about a little over, gosh, I don't know how many days. I wish I had looked it up. I'm at day, I think, 1019 now of consecutive meditation. And it started with a session with my business coach. As I was worrying over this and that in my business strategy, she said, I'm going to stop you right there. Let's talk about your self-care. And that's what I teach other people. And yet I was missing it in myself. And that was a commitment that I made to myself. And so now every single day without fail, I make sure I carve out time for my meditation practice. And when I fall in love with something, I can't help but share it with other people.
Absolutely beautiful. It reminds me of you, Shilpa, with the corporate world and diving into something that's a lot more spiritual and I find welcoming to yourself and to others.
Absolutely. And it really resonated with me when you said finding the flow. Tanya's referring to the fact that for years I had spent time in corporate and this pivot's been taking about 3 years. But the deeper I go, I see more flow, like just our partnership in creating Mindful Mompreneurs. It's been in a state of flow.
And it's the best state to be in. I think that when you manifest kind of these types of people in your life, such as yourself, Nikki, you're just kind of coming to us without us having too much effort. And I think it's because of the way we choose to live our lives with gratitude and those kinds of energies that you send off. Now, like you say, scientifically, quantum physics has proven that our brains are extremely powerful. So what we're going to be thinking about on a daily basis, that kind of energy that we're feeling, we're attracting to us. It's the law of attraction. There is no other law that is stronger. And it's a law of the world, of the universe. It's incontournable. I can't find the word in English. So again, we have to thank you for being with us and thank ourselves for attracting you to us. Like it's, like-minded people.
Well, I have to laugh at that story because I feel the exact same way. I feel like you came and found me and I didn't even have to go out and, whose podcast can I get on? Right? Like it was gifted to me. I was introduced to you. You were introduced to me. And you're right. That's exactly how the law of attraction works. And what's so fun / funny for me is I teach this stuff. I coach other people on it. And just even 2 days ago, I woke up and I'm lying in my bed and I have a practice. I do not rush out of bed. I'm very lucky. I can wake up naturally. I don't need an alarm. And I really value that time. That's precious to me in the morning when everyone else is still sleeping and it's dark. And I just like to set my thoughts in a direction and do my meditation and my spiritual work. But before I even got there, I was just lying there watching my own thoughts and watching how I would go to the negative and go off to the negative and go off to this thing that I was worried about and off to this thing that I hasn't manifested yet. And I just started laughing at myself and thinking, now I could choose to think about anything in the whole entire universe. I could think about things that are made up. I could think about things that have happened in the past. I could daydream. I could really think about anything. And how funny that I would choose to give my headspace to things that make me unhappy, worried, frustrated, or feeling stuck. And it was, it's something so simple. I've probably even taught those words before, but it's when you feel it, when you have those moments where you just feel it in your body, in your soul, that you go, oh, it's all so much simpler than we make it out to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It really does tie to awareness. This notion of meditation is beyond just what many may still think, although we are entering more of an enlightened time, that it's blanking the mind or not thinking. To me, it's really about heightening your level of awareness, and then having the ability to step back and say, like, these are leaves in a little river, they're flowing through, allow them. Sometimes when I overthink, because I have always been an overthinker, I will give labels to those leaves.
And just watch them go away.
And watch them go down the river. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's great.
But Nikki, I would love to ask you, for the moms that are transitioning, like myself, pivoting, having the self-doubt, what insights could you provide them on how meditation or the practice of living a more spiritual life, or even Yoga Nidra, can help them?
Yeah. You know, it's in those moments of quiet that we really start to get to know ourselves. And I love focusing on the breath, because we talk a lot about being in the present, but the present is always moving. So as soon as you're aware of it, it's almost already becoming the past. And it's the same thing with the breath. If you watch the breath as it goes in, as it goes out, right, you're staying with the present, but you're also moving with the future, right? And so, you know, I think for everyone, and this is something that I've thought so much about, because why do affirmations work for some people and not other people? Why can some people visualize and not other people? Why do some people make a vision board and it's exciting, and other people it feels like another to-do list that didn't get done, right? Because, and this is why I keep going back to, I don't have hard, fast rules or answers, because the only thing you have to pay attention to is what makes you feel better and what makes you feel worse. And it has to be, so you have to be kind of a vigilante in your own mind. And you just have to refuse to give yourself time to think about, keep dwelling on things that are making you feel that self-doubt. You know, when the self-doubt comes up, when the feeling, I don't know, of overwhelm is a big one, right? I feel like I don't have enough time in the day. I never stopped moving, but I still got nothing done, right? We go to sleep feeling like we didn't do enough. We wake up feeling like we didn't get enough sleep, right? It's always this place of lack. So if you can just pause and breathe. And one of my best practices is, I'll say to myself, what are you proud of? What are you proud of right now? What's one thing that you did that you're proud of? And I'm going to, a little bit embarrassing, but share something that I've started to do. I'm not the best sleeper, even though I meditate every day. I've never in my life been a good sleeper, not even as a little kid. I never took naps. I didn't understand why people took naps. So it's okay. I've also realized I don't need as much sleep. And so I don't stress about not sleeping. But when I'm going to sleep at night, and if I wake up in the night, I say in my mind, I love you, Nikki Dean. I'm proud of you. I don't think I've admitted this out loud. I'm proud of you, Nikki Dean. And I don't even give a reason. But doing that is one of my best ways. And then you can do that during the day as well. And, you know, as a mom, I use my kids as my barometer. What if I heard them say these things about themselves that I'm saying about myself now? How would that make me feel? What would I want to say to them? And if it's not good enough for, you know, if I don't think it's good enough for them, then I don't allow that in for me either. Because it's same thing with the words, right? Words don't teach it. You're teaching by experience. So lead by the way that you want to go. And even if you don't feel that just yet, you know, it's meditation itself is a great analogy for this, because quite often you can sit in meditation and be really agitated. You can sit in meditation and not be able to quiet your mind. You can sit and not get there, but you might have that one breath where you get there, right? And that's okay. It's not how you feel while you're doing it. It's the cumulative effect of how you feel the rest of the day. And I always say, it's not like you're going to stop the train wreck from happening, right? The pity parties, they get shorter and shorter. The longer you meditate, that's what I think the bottom line is, your own pity parties get shorter and shorter. You give less and less of your headspace to that self-doubt, because you have those moments of true spiritual connection where you feel like everything is okay.
Yes. Even something as simple as like what you reference, like we live in this culture, society where we almost badger ourselves. At least I can speak for myself. Like, what I not do enough of. So the fact that I couldn't sleep enough, the fact that I woke up anxious, and like I'm like you, I have never been a good sleeper. And that common thread among most moms is overwhelm. But meditation can help with that.
Yeah. Overwhelm, compassion, fatigue, all of that stuff. And it's just, it's a great answer, Nikki. And I hope that our listeners can really benefit from everything you said, actually, because it was a powerful interaction that we've had with each other. And so I hope that our listeners are able to feel the power that came out of this. I don't know. I just feel like it's a really powerful connection that we've just had. So thank you so much for this.
Thank you,
Oh,
Nikki.
thank you.
What a blessing to have you in our lives.
I feel so blessed. And I think that when you come from that place of appreciation, you just, so much more comes to you. Right. And so that is my one thing that I always want to, if I could share with the world one thing, it would be go on a starvation diet from complaining, just for even one day, and see how your life changes. Because when you stop complaining, you start appreciating. Right.
That's a great way to end the conversation with that. It's just, thank you so much, Nikki.
Thank you so much, Nikki.
Thank you for having me. And thank you for what you're putting out here into the world, this beautiful marriage between spirituality and business and being a mom and being a human being in 2021 or whatever year it is you're listening to this. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
And well put. Thank you.
Thanks again for tuning in. Check out the links in the description, and please subscribe, follow, and share. And continue to be omnipresent.